On to race number 6, and this is the first of our trophy races as well, the Guangdong Hong Kong Cup. We stay on the all-weather here as well. This is a Class 3 contest over the 1650, headed by Regency Bobo. Back down into Class 3, makes his all-weather debut. Pinghai Treasure, 4th last time out behind King's Shield. Pressure Ship Visor on for his all-weather debut. Warm the Voice makes his all-weather debut as well here in Hong Kong. Earth Trilogy, a last start win on the turf over the mile. First time on the dirt. Buddies, runner-up last time out behind King's Shield. He'd won his previous 2. Imperial Concord, 6-time course and distance winner, but only once in this grade. And General Dino comes up in class, completed his hat-trick last time out and winning Endeavour. Another one who makes his all-weather debut here in Hong Kong. As far as Chung Fro is concerned, well, Regency Bobo, Chunghwa Spirit, Earth Trilogy and Famous Warrior are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last month.
35 starts he's had Regency Bobo, never had a race on the all-weather. So he debuts on the surface and he, if he steps well, can probably lead maybe Pinghai Treasure, Comfort Life to go forward. Buddies has got the option to just drop in behind from barrier number 1 and get the cushy little run. Earth Trilogy obviously over-raced a bit last start, took the lead a long way out and then went all the way. So he's another potential pace influence in the race. And General Dino, 3 back the fence according to that map, and from gate 3 that's probably accurate.
Here is Regency Bobo, as you say, first time on the all-weather. He's having trouble holding him there. He's keen to get on with it. Owner stars in another race. And he goes nicely, Regency Bobo. Has trialled well on the surface before as well. Pinghai Treasure, this is his go, isn't it? On the surface, he's had 2 wins out of his 4 starts on the all-weather, and he goes nicely enough. Once again here, Joe Moreira from barrier 6, so he'll definitely get his opportunity once again here on the surface. The other one we're going to have a look at here is a Pressure Ship. Now, Pressure Ship's another one that's coming to the surface for the first time. The visor comes on. He's by Ifraj. Just got a tricky draw, but his tracks work with Bellagio. I'm showing that bit because Bellagio came out and won after that.
He has won a listed race at Dundalk in Ireland on the all-weather, so it is his first start here, though, in Hong Kong on the dirt. Let's start off with General Dino, who completed his hat-trick last time out. As he comes up in class here, we speak with trainer David Ferraris.
David, General Dino, he's won his last 3 in a row. That last win in particular, that was pretty brave from him.
He's very, very gutsy. I think once we seem to have sorted out that lung problem of his, he's just a totally different horse. And I don't believe he'll be just a dirt horse. I think he'll be equally good on the turf. He trialled exceptionally well in that 5 furlong the other day. The main thing is he's got a barrier, which is half the battle won, because he's an on-speed runner, and he'll run very well.
Just explain to us what happened with you trying to fix up his lungs.
Well, he just kept spiking these temperatures throughout the year, and we just couldn't understand. They'd give him antibiotics, he'd be fine. The temperature would go, a couple of weeks later, be back again. And there had to be something causing it. So Dr. O'Shea brought the ultrasound round and scanned his lungs. He thought, well, it's got to be in the lungs. And he found 2 abscesses, which the antibiotics weren't able to penetrate. So he was put on a drug which the tuberculosis patients are put on, and that penetrates the abscesses, and he's been a different horse ever since.
Hasn't raced since early May. He's had basically a couple of months between races. Was it always a plan after his last run to give him a freshen up?
Absolutely. I knew he'd be in Class 3 now, which might benefit him not carrying the big weights. He's not a very big horse, but that was the plan. He's freshened up, he's looking lovely, and he'll run very well.
There you go. Great background there on General Dino. It certainly helped him, hasn't he? Because he hasn't stopped winning since. See if he can do it up in class now. Earth Trilogy. This is a pretty decent winner. Decent odds as well, but they switched to your weather now off this.
They do. This is a good ride too on the day from Grant van Niekerk, because this horse was over-racing basically since the starter said go. And he just waited and waited and waited until about the halfway point. And then eventually the tempo dropped and he just let him run around. Was able to get a little breather into him just before the bend, which was enough to help him find the line. He's always shown that he's got some ability, and maybe the penny will drop.
Yeah, no, definitely. And he's by Animal Kingdom, and obviously with the American bloodlines going through that, first time on the all-weather. He's interesting for me. I haven't got him in, but I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby winner, Animal Kingdom, and Dubai World Cup as well. He's very good on the turf also, so we'll see if Earth Trilogy follows suit. Buddies, Pinghai Treasure, Bear Slam, what Tom's disease, and Chunghwa Spirit.
I think Paul's got it too occasionally. Buddies has obviously been a revelation this season, particularly the last 2 or 3 months. Pinghai Treasure took a bit of time to get fitness up and going, but has a liking for the surface. Bear Slam, Another one from the Ferrara stable. He's an each-way chance in this race too. He's going to want lots of tempo, but Neil Callan rode him to a 3rd and a 4th, 3 and 4 back behind Royal Performer and Pinghai Treasure. So I think that gives him a chance in the race on an each-way basis.
Yeah, better draw for Pinghai Treasure. He drew 11 in that, and he's now drawn 6. He was a little bit wide in that contest. But he's pulled up with an abnormal breathing noise, so it's interesting there. But he's been running so well recently, so we'll see what happens in this start.
All right. Chungma Spirit, when he was winning, he looked...
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
different
unbeatable.
class, didn't he? Yeah.
He did, yeah. These Class 3s on the dirt, 1650, they're always very competitive.
All right, Precious Ship, we're back at the trials here. He's sort of been in and out as his turf form's concerned, but a switch in surface and the headgear goes on. Yeah,
I think we've all had a little nibble at him, haven't we? He's just sort of put in these performances all season where he's been closing in, suggesting he's close, but... You know, now 7 starts in and it's the same sort of thing. So you just wonder, you know, maybe this surface might be good for him and maybe the 1652, or potentially has the off-season and then next season we might see him start to win.
Yeah, the draw just put me off a little bit. Otherwise, he's a really interesting runner, and as Andrew said, he has won on the surface and overseas.
I get the feeling with an off-season underneath his belt and what we've seen so far, he's also can come back next season and certainly win a couple at this level.
All right, that's Precious Ship. Buddy's the favourite, though, Paul.
Yeah, I've got him in there. I'm just a little bit concerned about that abnormal breathing noise. So I'm going to make my long shot in this race, and that's the top one, Regency Bobo. He hasn't raced on the surface before, but look, he trials really well on it. And of those 35 starts he's had, he's never finished, or 20 of them, he's never finished further back than 4th. So he's a real honest horse, as we know. At 22 to 1, I'm happy to take him on top. Pinghai Treasure, the better draw, Buddies, and General Dino, who's going so well after they've found those lung problems. 1, 2, 8, 13.
It is a good race, and I've gone with Buddies. He's just really impressed me his last couple of starts, and particularly the 2 on the all-weather. I think the 1 on the turf was still good, where he defeated Dionysus Colin, but he looks possibly Class 2 type horse, maybe even potentially higher. Let's hope he doesn't have any more abnormal breathing issues, because that's never a good thing. Pinghai Treasure's going well. Bear Slam and Righteous Doctrine are 2, I think, again, that can be winning races at this level. Whether they get it done this season or we have to wait a little longer, I'm not sure. But I want to include those 2 at a bit of value in my Q and QPs. All
right. Yeah, Regency Bobo for me as well. I'm with Paul. I think it's a great price at the moment. Have a look at his trials as well. He seems
Straight
to relish.
The front and improve from there.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, that's race number 6, the first of our trophy races. Race number 7, though, is the main event of the day. It's the Hong Kong Reunification Cup. That's up next.